Hey guys, this episode today we're talking about setup and specifically your camera. So we're gonna set up the camera, run through all the settings, the angle, how to get that one great beautiful shot for your makeup. So this camera is the Canon T3i. We featured it a few times for two reasons. One, it has a swivel screen. You need to see what you're watching. So this swivel screen allows you to turn it around and then see what you're setting up. So the second reason I'm using this body is because the Canon has some overall nice colors and they work well with makeup. Those are kind of the reasons why I'm using it, and it's inexpensive and it's a great SLR to start off with and really all you need to use. Something that's more important than the body is the lens. So right now we're using the Tamron 17 to 50 millimeter, and the reason is it zooms. That allows us to crop down and fix the right framing we want without having to move this camera back and forth. Another reason is the f-stop. This allows for 2.8, so we can change that depending on how much depth and focus we want. We'll touch more about that later. Right now, we want to set up the camera right here. And 3 feet from the camera is going to be our subject. Why I'm doing this is because this is going to create enough space between me and the camera to work with and have a lot of variation for framing her. Behind Tam, we want 6 feet, if you can, of space for the background. We have framed this nice vanity here. We've got a couch. We've got some curtains. It looks great, and it also provides separation, so this will be a lot more blurry than Tam. So now I want to frame my subject, and so generally speaking, it's more flattering to shoot from above, and so we're going to bring it up about 15 degrees to shoot downward. Having an extra hand to set this all up is kind of nice, but if you don't have it, how are you going to do it? Well, sitting in the chair, you can really adjust it by flipping the screen and checking it out. So let's start off with raising and putting the right angle. So I wanted that 15 degree, not straight on. So I'm gonna reach in through here, and we're gonna raise it up about right there. This is really bright. And then I'm also going to adjust this to be tilted down. I'm gonna check out how that looks. Now there's too much stuff going around this whole area. This framing is way too wide. We're gonna bring it in tighter to be right there with a little edge of this mirror to show some depth. So let's do that. Let's zoom in, and I'm not all blurry right now, but we're gonna worry about focus later. Let's do that. I'm gonna go back. And so there you are, angle and frame all set up. These lights are getting hot. So now let's set this up and focus in on it. I'm gonna have to focus from the other side, and we need somebody in place here. And again, if you're by yourself, you need to find a prop to set up on the chair just so you can focus on it. Unless you have a child or mother or father or anybody, we're gonna use this little stand. And that gets up to about around the right height. That's all I need, is something around the height. You can use a lamp, again, anything. So let's go check this out. We wanna focus in on this, so we just wanna zoom in, and it's gonna zoom in right to where that square was. Zoom in, zoom out. Boop. So there we are, and we're making sure this is in focus. This barrel is where we focus. So I'm gonna zoom in, and we're gonna focus right, so that's about right in the middle, and that's it. And now I know I'm staying in focus. So let's talk about aperture. Right now it's set at 5.0. That's where we want it to be. The reason being is because that allows for a wider depth of field so that Tam is in focus whether she's sitting up or close to the mirror. 5 is where we want it. We're gonna show you what 2.0 looks like. And can you lean in, Tam? She gets a little out of focus there. But then with 5.0, she's more clear. And then lean back, still clear. And that's where we're gonna sit with 5.0. The ISO is the film speed. The film speed, which is set right now at 400, is generally in the mid-good range that we want to stay at. The lower the number, 100, the better the film quality you're going to have. However, it's going to get darker, and we don't want it to be like that. So we want to keep our aperture at 5.0, so we're going to add 400 to be right about there. We have a little light meter on this lens, and this allows us to see that the light meter with this dash is so close to the mill mark. That means that we have the right even light. Now, if we go higher into 800, 1600, 32, 64, we're blowing her out, washed out, but we're also adding a lot of grain to the film, and we don't want to do that at all. So we're going to bring it right back down to 400. This is a great shot. I'm going to start recording on her right now, and thank you for watching. A lot of information. Watch it again and again. Don't forget to comment if you have questions. We probably missed some information that you want to know, but we'll be happy to just type that away. So like, subscribe, share this. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to stick around. Peace. All right, guys, let's work it. Yes. Yes, perfect. Work it, give me more hair. I want to see that duck face.